Guys, I'm actually so pissed off. I'm so irritated by what is going on with this whole issue with Mike. I'm doing my research on it as well, and best believe I'm just so angry at just the injustice of what is going on with this situation, and we need to break it down very quickly and get into this.
I went to you guys to tell you the truth. I went to you guys to explain why I was being investigated. I went to you guys to obviously explain everything that's going on with me around the time. And again, if you aren't aware of issues that I was facing, go to my YouTube page and you can see them all there. That also gives me strength to go on. Thank you guys. Sorry for waffling like I have done. It's been hard for me to speak because I felt like since I started this video, there's been that frog in your throat. There's been that frog in my throat. But
Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. If you haven't already, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, please, Murad_Murali. A new podcast episode is out. Please go and check that out. I would appreciate it, and let's get into this video. Wow, okay. So child, this is really just irking me. So Mike now officially speaks out about the entire situation of this misconduct hearing that he is going through and going to take place next week. And obviously, you know, when a situation is in the public eye and articles and whatever are going to slam him yet again, now Mike is out of the villa to address it very quickly, and that is exactly what he did. So what he obviously was addressing in this video was that, you know, this idea of driving without a license or anything else about the 17-18-year-old girl child or whatever, all of that is false, and that is not what he's being used, you know, in reference to this misconduct hearing. So that would therefore mean that the newspapers, the articles, are using a lot of nonsense to just build a report against him and using it as ammunition, which is really unfair and unjust. So the media are slandering him when it comes to stuff like this, and it's just very unfair. So I'm very glad he pointed it out. He expressed that, you know, his colleagues disliked him, which we've all seen in the documentary video. There was a little bit of waffling, but again, you know, when you're going through a very public situation and it's not, you know, associated with good news, it can be very nerve-wracking for one. So I don't expect people to be so just eloquent when it comes to their speeches in live videos, especially. This wasn't a rehearsed video, it was live. To be honest with you, I think it would have been better if he did a YouTube video on it, because, you know, you can use the situation to help you in some kind of manner and way, and it would have been nice to have been a, you know, quick YouTube video, but it's all good. So what he's going to be having this misconduct hearing for is for lying for missing a day out of work or whatever, and he has his reasons for it, XYZ. Now, I get it, you know, a lot of people have lied about work, and it can be seen as a serious matter, especially as a police officer, but at the same time, I'm sure there are plenty of people who've lied about work, especially in the police force, and are doing okay. And those who have discriminated him, who should be treated with far worse, have received far less.
And stories which have been published about me being investigated for alleged misconduct for a Snapchat incident or alleged misconduct for driving without a license, that is all not true. And all these investigations which were claimed by the police are no longer even investigations. They have all been dropped.
Have just moved sectors, pushed it away, rubbed it under the flipping damn carpet. And the racism here is so flipping transparent that it really does irk me so much, because why is he being treated so much? The reason why they're giving this a gross misconduct is I believe that potentially they could try their best to just dismiss him, keep him away, because he has raised issues of racism in the past, and this can be seen as troublesome. And this is what I mean. When you infiltrate this kind of racist system, they will only just come back at you. And it's very sad that he's going through this, but they want to try and dismiss him, I believe, and hopefully that, you know, doesn't take place, because if you have the heart in this job, you'd want to do it to the fullest. And it's just very sad. And so, of course, I was reading something, the guidance on outcomes in police misconduct proceedings, and I find this to be very, very interesting. Misconduct is generally defined as unacceptable or improper behavior. Gross misconduct means a breach of the standards of professional behavior which is so serious that dismissal would be justified, which is exactly what they're trying to do. And the following types of misconduct, however, should be considered especially serious. Offences of dishonesty are particularly serious and likely to terminate an officer's career. Such offending involves such a fundamental breach of the public's trust in police officers and inevitably brings the profession into disrepute. Assessing seriousness. Assessing the seriousness of the conduct lies at the heart of the decision on the outcome. Under Part 4 and 5 of the Conduct Regulations, whether conduct would, if proved, amount to misconduct or gross misconduct for the purposes of Regulation 12 of the Conduct Regulations, is also a question of degree. seriousness. Assess the seriousness of the flipping misconduct. Keep in mind the purpose of imposing sanctions. Choose a sanction which most appropriately fulfills that purpose. If you're going to assess the seriousness, is it really that serious that somebody has lied about going to work, which when there have been far more serious cases? I get it. Lying to work is a form of dishonesty, and as a police officer you cannot be dishonest, and I feel like that in itself is a major kind of issue. I understand that. Yes, it is. However, the reason why I'm coming out with this point is because there have been far more serious situations which Mike has addressed that have led to far less outcomes when they should have received far more of a serious outcome.
So, in a nutshell, I was investigated for gross misconduct, for lying to come to work, and that is the reason why I will be attending a special gross misconduct hearing.
So if we have this biased kind of racism going on here, why is Mike then receiving such seriousness when his colleagues didn't receive any seriousness when it came to their situations? He said they were just moved to different places, and that was really it. So I don't understand what's going on here. We have to just wait for the outcome of the gross misconduct hearing. Will we hear about it? Will it be public information? We just don't know. The fact that they're doing this in Miss-Corona climate, we have prisoners being released in this climate, but in this Miss-Corona climate, they want to be doing this via video. They're really trying the most just to do this for some kind of satisfaction for themselves. Like, I don't understand. We have people dying left, right, and center. I just buried my grandfather yesterday from this stupid virus. So we have so much insane situations going on here that it really irks my brain, but they want to do the most just to do this gross misconduct kind of hearing. When considering the outcome, first assess the seriousness of the misconduct, taking account of any aggravating factors and the officer's record of service. The most important purpose of imposing sanctions is to maintain public confidence and the reputation of the policing profession as a whole. This dual objective must take precedence of the impact that the sanction has on the individual whose misconduct is being sanctioned. And within this report, it outlines so many guidelines for police officers. It says that discrimination should be treated as far more serious than anything else. And is it? It really isn't. So this is my issue here, when we feel like his colleagues can do far more and receive far less, where he is doing far less and receiving far more. So the fact that this is being carried out and now is public information, it's on the articles or whatever, there's going to be a media slandering of him as well. I feel like Mike hasn't done that much to receive all this media slandering, and I feel like it's very unjust. And one thing I hate is injustice. It really irks me, and we see it left, right, center in this world. So I will do my best to obviously support and defend him, because I feel like I did the same for Sharif when I felt like there was injustice with Love Island, and now I'm doing the same for flipping Mike, because I feel like it was just very uncalled for. It was unfair, and it's really sad. I'm glad that he addressed it very quickly on his live, because I feel like you need to address the situation and get it out there and defend yourself. Don't let media defame you or people defame you when you can defend yourself. Take your time if you want to take your time for your mental health, but at least get it out and speak on the elephant in the room. And that's exactly what he did, and I'm glad that he did. This is crazy. This is a very irritating situation. I feel like, yes, dishonesty in the police force is a serious situation, but discrimination is far worse. And we know he was discriminated. My man was called the gorilla and monkey and stuff like this, and was treated like XYZ, and people thought he looked like somebody else and brought up to the flipping office for all of this, but they're all fine. That's the gag, and that's what's irritating me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Please do subscribe, click that button for daily and consistent content. Head over to my Instagram, Murad_Morali. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.